Today's case is about the fact that there is not a dearth of mentally unstable people in the world. And the day this incident happened was also a normal day for the people there. But in the afternoon, some people saw something in the graveyard, which was no less than a horror movie scene. They found the body of a 30-year-old girl named Aasma there. But how did the body of this woman reach there? And who killed her? So let's talk more about today's case, which revolves around a deadly extramarital affair. Aasma was newly married to a man named Saleem, and after marriage, both of them shifted to Khurja Nagar of Bulandshahr to start a new life together. And they found a new house after a lot of difficulties. But these people didn't live alone in this house. There were many renters living here. Very low income or very poverty-driven people live in a flat or house where their income is not much. So they just share this whole place. So from this, we can guess that Saleem did not have much money. Saleem was financially not that stable. He used to work as a laborer in a hotel, and whatever money he used to get, he used to spend all the money on his family and in the house where other renters also lived, where Saleem and Aasma lived. There, another man named Adnan lived with his family. Adnan was also a married man, and he lived in this place with his wife. Aasma and Saleem both were normal people. They were just struggling and passing by each and every day. But Adnan was a very unique character in a way. Actually, Adnan was very fond of watching Bollywood movies. Whenever he watched movies, he used to imagine himself as the main character of that movie. Just remember this thing because later this thing becomes a very important clue in this case. So, like I said, that Adnan was very fond of watching movies, and in his real life also, he used to act out like his favorite character, or used to speak dialogues from his favorite movies. In a way, he was just obsessed with movies and movie characters. Saleem used to work very hard for his wife Aasma all day long, and always tried to provide for her. But Adnan did not have much attachment to his wife. And when Saleem used to go to work, in the meantime, Adnan noticed Aasma. Adnan liked Aasma at first sight itself. He liked her and desired her. He tried to approach Aasma and get close to her. The surprising thing was that Aasma also started to like Adnan. Even after everything that Saleem was doing for her, she did not think about that, and now she started to like Adnan. Saleem used to remain busy in the hotel the whole day due to his work, so he did not know that Aasma and Adnan used to meet each other behind his back. It had turned into an extramarital affair, and now both Aasma and Adnan were cheating on their respective partners. But in a few days, Saleem had noticed what was going on between Aasma and Adnan. So Saleem decided that he would no longer stay in that place, and Aasma and Saleem immediately found a place to rent in some other locality of the city and shifted there. So Saleem tried his best to keep Adnan and Aasma away from each other, thinking that if they moved away, they would not be able to meet each other. But Saleem did not know how wrong he was, as Adnan was very filmy, so his love being away from him was just another chapter in his life that he needed to overcome. So even after being away, Aasma and Adnan did not stop meeting each other. On the contrary, it became very difficult. Adnan used to call Aasma to the graveyard to meet him. Now this was a smart move because the graveyard was usually empty. That is why it was a perfect spot for the two of them to meet. Adnan got this phone for Aasma to talk, but the problem with that phone was that the voice was not clear. That is why Adnan invested all his money and gifted Aasma a phone worth 10,000. And he was spending money like water on someone else's wife whom he liked. Of course, he could not afford to do all this at all. But then again, if he did not do all this, then how would he be able to maintain his hero image in his mind? While Saleem was barely capable of feeding his family, on the other hand, Aasma was liking getting expensive gifts from Adnan. So they both were in love, and they both were enjoying it. But soon this love between them was going to spoil, and Aasma was going to see the real face of Adnan. Adnan always used to call Aasma, but for some days Adnan had noticed that whenever he used to call Aasma, his phone was either always busy or Aasma did not pick up his call. Adnan had a doubt that just like she cheated on her husband for me, is she cheating on me with some other boy? Adnan used to remain angry 24 hours a day, and he had decided that now he will leave Aasma only after teaching her a lesson. On 11th June, on Tuesday, it was reported that in the morning, Adnan had called Aasma to meet him in the same graveyard. Since both of them used to meet there always, Aasma did not think much. So she went there to the graveyard, and as soon as Adnan met Aasma, first of all, he took her phone and then he started checking every single thing. And in it, he saw that apart from Adnan and Saleem, Aasma used to talk to many other unknown boys, and because of this, before Aasma could give him any explanation or say anything, he took out a knife from his pocket, and as soon as Aasma moved, he slit Aasma's throat with the knife, and within few seconds, Aasma's life ended right there in the graveyard through her lover Adnan, and no one saw him doing all this. So he quietly left from there thinking that no one would be able to catch him. But Adnan forgot that this is not a movie but real life. And in real life, everything has its consequences. And very soon, Adnan was going to face the consequences of his deeds and actions. Aasma's body was lying in the same graveyard all day, and no one's eyes fell on her body. But then thankfully, during the day, some people went to this graveyard and they saw Aasma's body and reported it to the police. It was obvious that the police sent Aasma's body for further investigation. In short, Aasma's husband Saleem had returned home from his work in the evening, but after not seeing Aasma at home, Saleem got worried. When he could not find Aasma, he went to the police and told the police that his wife had not come home since morning. So the police connected the dots, and they understood that the body found in the graveyard was none other than Saleem's wife, Aasma. And after interrogating Saleem, the police got a clear lead that none other than Adnan had done this. So they reached Adnan's house and arrested him the same day. But the surprising thing was that Adnan neither resisted nor did he try to prove himself innocent. He was very chill about this thing. He was combing his hair and waving at the people like in a movie. First, he killed the woman whom he loved so much. And then after killing her, he felt no remorse after taking a person's life. He told me that he is a big fan of Sanjay Dutt, and whatever he has done is like Balu Balram of the movie Khalnayak.
Ballu, Sanjay, fanu Sanjay ka sir mein? और बिल्लू सांडा कहाँ है इस वक्त? बिल्लू सांडा तो मर गया.
And in the end, he threatened the police and said that if anyone troubles his family or points a finger at them, he will blow up everyone's house with a bomb. Do give this video a like if you want more of these videos on other cases like this as well.